Just your bad luck to run into me.
It's Haruka. That's my name.
I just killed the top captain of the Tojo clan. There's a rumor that our money in the Toto Bank, all 10 billion yen, was stolen. Is this true?
Shut the fuck up! So you ready for me? Then step the fuck up. It's time to die.
Hello, this is Yakuza 1 for the PlayStation 2, where Cosmic Kiryu has never killed anyone, despite what that cutscene will lead you to believe. I am Lokomasi. With me is my super cool girlfriend, Pepper Masamune. Say hi.
Hello, it's me. How's it going?
Yeah, she's the one who owns the channel this video is going to be on, actually.
And at last, somebody else is gonna do editing for me. Also, Yakuza seems fun. I look forward to it.
Hey, where the fuck's the rest of my money?
I'll pay you, Nick. Wait. Please.
Freeze!
Aniki,
Yeah?
I want to thank you for helping me make this collection, I mean.
It's my pleasure, Shinji.
All right.
Oh, I love WarioWare.
Now that out of the cutscene and voice acting is off for a while, Kiryu is voiced by Daryl Curlow. He's done a lot of video game voice work, but not a whole lot of leading roles like this. The other leading role he had was Alex Mercer from the Prototype games.
I
So
remember
if you know those.
Prototype.
Well, this is embarrassing. I didn't actually write down Shinji's VA's name. I just have a question mark.
It's a mystery.
He's in a similar situation where he's not done a whole lot of... He's done a lot of video games, but not a whole lot of memorable roles. I have here the most recognizable thing is that he's Eddie Brock / Venom in a lot of Spider-Man video games.
Just has that Eddie vibe to him.
Also, really glad the later games added a follow button. Because these sequences where you're following someone just look ridiculous in this game.
Alright, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, going that way. Gotta follow a person with no actual body language. I also have exactly one run speed, and that's run.
I think you can just walk in this game, but there is no point to.
I never need to chill for anything.
So also, so I have a physical copy of this game, but I am using an emulator for recording purposes. That does lead to some problems.
You!
Sorry I'm late. I'm Kazuma, an associate of the Dojima family.
I didn't expect you to come, Kazuma-san.
When you don't pay your debts, I'm what you get.
Tomorrow! I'll have the money by tomorrow. Please, I have children.
I'm supposed to believe this shit as you're packing up, getting ready to bail out? I'll say it slower. Where is our money?
Please! I'm sorry.
Hey, how about getting the fuck up?
Please don't kill me.
Huh?
I've heard about the Dojima family. You guys collect your debts at the end of a gun barrel, right? When someone doesn't pay up, you kill them to prove a point. Everyone knows.
Listen, that's just a rumor, spread by fools that can't pay their dues. Ugh.
I don't have your money! Damn it! You leave me no choice.
We're gonna play golf! If I win, my debts are erased.
That's how it works. Alright, tutorial time. Who are these voices? They weren't in the cutscene. Alright. Pretty simple combat system compared to later Yakuza games, but still fairly recognizable as the Yakuza combat system.
Yep,
It's the same combat or combo style that's in every video game with light and heavy attacks.
yeah, but there's just something about the animation.
Oh yeah. This, like, particular combo is usually, like, Kiryu's strongest style. Situations where he has style. Oh, and I was showing off that when you do the second triangle like that, you can hold the enemy after hitting them. The other stuff usually falls down too quickly, like that.
Animation does have like a good amount of weight for a PS2 game.
Yeah. Like, people talk about the Yakuza games being kind of awkward, and they're right. It's a little awkward, but this is super playable.
Yeah.
Like, I thought this was going to be a nightmare to deal with, but it's not that bad at all.
Yeah,
Anyways,
this is
Kazuma Kiryu's never killed anyone. Fuck that trip here.
Oh jeez, hell of a headbutt.
How about another? Yeah, every game has its weird, or every franchise has its weird first entry, the things aren't quite as you expect them. Yakuza 1 does have that, but you can also just see a lot of the DNA. It's weird how much sense it does make, alongside all the times it doesn't make sense. Anyways, here's the only heat action you can do at the beginning of the game. Speaking of things that are weird and don't make sense.
Yeah, that one seems a little lackluster compared to every other... Oh, there we go. That one was at least against a bookshelf. Slightly
Yeah,
better.
you can only throw people against walls and like waist-high places, like maybe these desks. I'm trying to get one to proc on the desk, but I don't think I do. You have to unlock all the other heat actions.
Oh, that is super weird. God, they just give that to you in the other games, because, you know, it makes sense.
Yeah. I talk about this game being playable, it really didn't click until I unlocked a few more of the heat actions.
Yeah. I should also mention, music sounds really good. I like this fight theme. It's a bit repetitive, but catchy.
I played the entire game before I realized there was a voice saying, "Get on the dance floor."
I'm really sorry. Please, forgive me.
Aniki, I got the money.
A promise is a promise. Don't take it personally.
Now, is that money always in the briefcase, or did he just have that on him?
I think Shinji took a briefcase and then filled it with money that he found in other places of the office.
Just had it in his pocket the entire time.
You gotta punch him so it goes flying out of him. Okay, so there is an English dub, but you probably noticed the background noise did not get translated and dubbed. Which is fine. This dub was incredibly costly, especially, you know, considering dubs at the time. It's okay for them to not... It's okay for them to set limits for it. But you just start to notice really repetitive background noises, and it's weird because I don't know what they're saying. It's one thing to get annoyed by repetitive words. It's another to just get annoyed by repetitive words you don't recognize.
They're actually just saying bread and butter, but in Japanese.
They're saying Walla Walla. Yep. PlayStation 2 emulators are rough, y'all.
Ow! Hey, the fuck you think you're doing? And just what the fuck family are you from, huh?
Excuse me.
Excuse you? No. Fuck you!
Mm-hmm. I honestly find it kind of endearing. It is really weird, though. Also, this guy's changed voices.
Get out of here.
By the way, that "get out of here," that's supposed to be Kiryu.
Who the hell are you?
That was impressive, Kazuma-chan.
Kazuma? Aniki, you mean...
Yeah. Kazuma Kiryu-chan. The dragon of the Dojima family.
It's been a while, Majima-san.
Relax. I hear you're trying to start your own family. Oh yeah. That bar over there? That's where your girl works. I hear she's hot. Everyone's jealous of you. I know I'd like to nail a bitch like that. By the way, what do you want me to do with this brick?
I didn't know he was Kazuma-san. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
I didn't know.
Forget it.
You're too kind. Kazuma-chan, too kind. We gotta make up for this.
Ow!
I should kill you. Stupid! Fucking motherfucker! You like that? What?
That's enough.
I'm doing this because he disrespected you.
He's learned his lesson.
Okay. If you say so. But when you have kids of your own, you're gonna have to teach them a little respect. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Because after Majima has this scene where he's absolutely terrifying, they put in another scene where he is just, you know, goofy, wackadoo Majima from all the other games.
Yep.
And I don't understand. It's really weird.
Well, we want to keep him being terrifying here, but now we gotta introduce the fact that he can be anywhere. See this map?
Anyways,
Just
time for skill trees. There's no skill trees, it's just 3 branches that go from one ability to another. You have Soul. Soul deals with the heat actions. Technique deals with everything that isn't a heat action. That's a thing you can do. And Body deals with the health and other stats. Body is the least interesting and probably the most useful, especially if you're not very good at the game.
ah yes, the 3 genders: soul, technique, and body.
Soul is super useful early on. Technique is useful later. And Body is always useful, but again, it's the one you usually don't go for. But I'm going to go for it first because that low health, the size of that health bar was scaring me.
Upgrade your body. Better body, better body.
I'm used to it being way bigger than that.
Yeah, it usually
Plus the
starts
first-
higher, doesn't it?
Quiet, as usual.
Normal people don't come around because they're afraid of gangsters like you. So it's all yours today.
Reina, where's Yumi?
Out shopping. We need to restock because you guys eat like wolves.
Yeah, right. So what's the deal? You starting your own family?
It's not up to me. That's Dojima's call.
He's not gonna say no. Fumo Oyabun has already made up his mind. The only reason the Dojima family even exists is because of him. All Dojima does is go on and on about his glory days and honor.
That's enough, Nishiki.
Always one step ahead of me, huh, big brother?
So, Nishiki. How's your sister doing?
She's gonna have another operation next month. It'll probably be the last one.
Last one?
She's too weak. Doctors say she won't survive it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're here.
Yumi!
You guys already drunk? Let me in.
Go ahead. Have a seat.
So video is done, but I'm going to keep recording a bit because I have to talk about Daryl Curiello's performance.
Alright.
He sounds so much like Steve Bloom, doesn't he?
A little bit, yeah.
I would totally understand if you were just playing this game, you would think that was Steve Bloom, but this is the one PlayStation 2 dub that Steve Bloom was not in.
If you can imagine that.
Yeah. I also want to mention there are a couple of people that only do bit parts and random mooks. One very recognizable voice is John DiMaggio voices some of the random mooks. It's super noticeable because you'll just all of a sudden hear Bender yell, "I'm gonna kick your ass, Kazuma." I think a lot of people are overly harsh on voice actors with recognizable voices.
Yeah,
Despite what I just said, I think it's kind of bullshit because, I immediately know if Tom Cruise is playing a role, but that doesn't mean that that's bad. It's bad because Tom Cruise is bad.
But yeah, some people can't help their voices. Some people do have range, yeah. And when that happens, that's incredible, but, some people
Yeah,
just
this
have a
might.
pretty distinct voice.
Mhm. This might be me grasping at straws and seeing stuff that isn't there, but I feel like it hits female voice actors a lot more than male voice actors.
Oh, probably.
Because Steve Bloom, very noticeable voice, but people like seeing him. Dan Green, Mike Pollock, recognizable voices, but people don't complain about them.
Hmm.
But a lot of people complain when they recognize Katsuchi's voice, or Debbie Derryberry, or I'm trying to think of a different one, but all I can think of is Tara Strong, but I don't want to mention her because she's also bad.
I heard a
She's
Laura
anti-vaxxer.
Bailey in there. I can't believe this. Impossible.
Yeah, was that Wendy Lee trying to keep me from finding out who's voicing these characters? I know who's voicing them.
I know, I have ears.
The apparently, I've not seen examples of this, but like, I believe it. Apparently, Sungwon Cho gets recognized and is being recognized as treated as a bad thing
Why'd that be a bad
because
thing? He's got a good ass voice.
he's ranted on Twitter about people like complaining about recognizing voices. So I'm assuming it's been leveled at him at some point.
Hmm.
Might not though. He might just be a stand-up guy. It's taken up for other people who get recognized. So yeah, last thing I wanted to say during this commentary before I accidentally make it longer than the actual gameplay part of the video. A lot of people say that like the fact that this dub is quote unquote bad is the reason no other Yakuza game got a redub. It's not exactly true. What happened was that this dub was expensive,
Yeah.
and it didn't affect sales that much. I don't think Yakuza 2 sold that much worse than Yakuza 1, despite it not having a dub.
Yeah, back in the day, Yakuza was just, sort of a niche series anyway, so dub or no dub isn't really going to affect it.
Yeah, and the idea that people, didn't like this game because of the bad dub is really laughable because I remember Samurai Warriors, I remember Dynasty Warriors. Every PlayStation 2 game had an iffy dub. Even Metal Gear Solid 2 was kind of iffy at points. It wasn't really the fault of um, the translation directors. They talked about what caused that, but even franchises that normally have really, really good dubs had kind of iffy dubs at this point.
I killed my soul riding.
Did you say nerd? So yeah, I'm not saying people have to like this dub, but I feel like this dub just gets a lot of blind hate
Hmm.
because it's the bad dub. You're supposed to hate it.
Look, you're a gamer. There's only ever one opinion per video game.
And one other thing, I know this was gonna be the last thing, but I do have one other thing. So I'm in law school, and I took an evidence class last year, and during it, the professor talked about handwriting as evidence, and she went, into length discussing how useless handwriting analysis is,
Hmm.
and how the best experts of handwriting analysis can only be correct like 40% of the time. But people still think handwriting analysis is real, and judges still typically accept it. So it's one of those things that just isn't true that everyone thinks is true.
I like that 40% odd.
So what I'm saying is, if you don't speak fluent Japanese, you can't tell if Japanese acting is good or bad.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
So I understand people used to the voices. Like if you're really used to Kiryu's voice, Daryl Kuryulo's probably kind of weird right now.
Hmm.
But I don't think comparing the performances is fair because it's very difficult to do. Like when we talk about Japanese performances in the Sentai show in our podcast, we mainly talked about like body acting and facial acting.
Yep, because
And
that's the
that's stuff
stuff
you don't
I can
do in
still
voice acting.
recognize.
Yeah. Like, for comparison, I really like Dee Magno Hall's performance as Pearl in Steven Universe, and it's all because of inflection. It's all because of how she says certain words.
Hmm.
You don't get that in a language you don't speak.
Yep.
And is going to sign off on my 1,000-foot view of why, even if you do watch a lot of Japanese media, you're probably not good at figuring out, or not good at judging Japanese performances. The reason you know if an English performance is good or bad is because you speak to people speaking English in real life all the time.
Yeah.
You've grown up around it, presumably. Maybe you're watching our video and you haven't, but you know the people I'm talking to, and you're not them. With the Japanese, even if you do consume a lot of Japanese media, you can only compare it to other acting, and you don't know if that acting is good or bad for the reason we've just gone over.
Yep, you can pretty much just guess at, that person trying to do a child voice isn't doing great, but you know what? That kind of transcends language now, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can maybe tell just like, the timbre, the quality of the voice, and whether that fits, but you don't really know what the performance is. There's maybe one time in my life I've been actually blown away by a performance in a language I didn't understand, and it was everything, including the voice. For those of you who've seen Seven Samurais, Kikuchio's breakdown, where he yells about how the farmers are right to distrust the samurai, because he's like screaming and throwing stuff around, and there's a lot in that performance.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, I just want to make sure it's 100% clear. I think it's okay to prefer the Japanese voices. I think it's okay to not want to listen to the dub, but I don't think it's okay to say these actors put in a bad performance,
Mm-hmm.
or that the Japanese actors put in a better performance, because odds are you don't know.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just trying to blindly generate hate comments so that our videos will get some views, please, for the love of God.
Hey,
Go
wait,
for
hold
those
up a sec. These are my comments. My God. The
Got him.
ruse. This was the plan all along.